more, the less of its own existence. Good look towards your spider, and then it's gonna say about double the size of that.
You don't seriously still have a Goliath? I thought those all died.
No, there was one left. Anyways, I gotta go hide it. Goodbye for
Good.
now. He's gonna do a bow,
She's gonna return.
and he's
The
gonna
only serious bow that she's given anyone so far. It's
and then he's
actually.
gonna grab the guy that was knocked out, drag him into the hole, and just drop him down.
Was that the one that Corn hit with a break?
Yes.
Dude, I love you.
Brick to the face. What? Fuck that.
Hey, boss, I think we've. My teeth are in my skull. Oh, no.
And then Dry's gonna send about to the rest of you, and then say, "I hope to see you all very soon." He says in common before crawling down into a hole that closes soon after.
Valerie?
Viconia is going to move over to the cart, mount up on the cart, and turn to the rest of the group. And
Vic.
Viconia, what just happened?
we should probably leave. Come on, there's almost enough room for people in here. Let's go. We're going to go somewhere safer-ish, and then we can talk about this. Hell, we can talk on the way there if you really want to.
Oh, we're going to talk on the way there.
Good, I'm
Foul
sick of all
clamor.
this backroom cloak and dagger bullshit. I have much more complicated layers of nonsense to worry about than not telling you folk what I'm up to.
Is there room in the cart that Valerie could continue translating the journal and getting the message out of it?
There's room on the shotgun seat. Technically, you could ride either of the two horses on the front. And there's enough room, I think. What did we say? You could fit 2 human beings and 6 in the back?
Yep.
So there's enough room for 1 human and 6 and 7 in the back. She'll get in the back so the wind's not blowing her papers everywhere. And because I don't
Corin's
think
horse
anyone
at?
else
Yeah,
wants
where's
to
my
sit.
horse?
Not too far.
Okay, I'm gonna just call my horse over and I'm gonna ride the horse.
All right, your horse will be there.
So I'll squeeze into the cart and I'll finish translating that journal while listening to the conversations.
I guess I'll ride shotgun then.
Steve will make room for you as best he can, and Mage Steve will hold the book or help you turn pages as necessary, because fuck you, menial
that's
tasks.
fantastic. Here, hold
Fuck
this
you,
book
Big
for me,
Steve.
7.
No, fuck you. I don't have to listen to you. 7, do it. God damn.
Oh, out of character. You should totally call him Sven.
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 Anyway, so let's get to that
Actually,
conversation before we call it
Like
quits.
numbers. Let me see. What would 6 and 7 be?
Well, is
Alright,
that
so
between you cutting out and between everybody else not knowing when to shut the fuck up? Couldn't hear you.
Okay, so I was gonna say, let's get to the whole conversation of you guys.
What just happened?
Other than us not killing a drider.
David,
What? You didn't even
Did we
like
lose
those
Steve?
things.
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm looking up other shit now. Jesus.
oh, okay.
um,
Alright, so what happened?
What do you mean? I had a conversation with Dryder and we're going back.
Conversation about what? Back to where? Why are we working with Drider?
why aren't we killing driders? Is a good question. I thought you didn't like those things. They're
Yes,
failed use.
Thank you.
They're failed drow ascendants, but they are quite powerful and they still exist for a reason. This particular one happens to be a veteran of the Old War, and currently well, I don't want to say head, but he's certainly in charge of a large section of still active drow, stationed right in the middle of the city. The little
I assume this
vampires
will be
were
translated.
Yeah.
Okay.
the little vampires were working for him.
And let me guess, this whole game of death nonsense was just a cover for something larger, yes?
I would assume it's stress relief, really, but no. He's been buying his time waiting. The game of death was a recruiting tool. Anyone who was capable of leaving 101 bodies behind them was definitely worth looking at drawing into his cause.
His cause being what?
Leaving a nice, poisoned, cold, steel magic blade in the kidney of the Empire and letting it bleed out in atrophy.
So another war.
No. Should be cleaner this time. The war was just a front. If they, have their whole war and they beat the shit out of their enemies, then sooner or later they become complacent again, and then they can be decapitated in their sleep. Sure, millions are dead. Whole world's changed, geography is completely different, and the Empire has a firm grip on the testicles of almost every nation. But hey, give it time.
I, for one, won't mourn the death of the Imperium, if that's what we're hinting at.
That's what I'm working towards. Anyone who would dare to capture me on a battlefield and throw me into change and sell me to some elf bitch. Yeah, they're going down.
I would hardly think to mourn the downfall of the Imperium. However, the collateral involved.
Well, Corin, if we insert ourselves into if we make sure this happens, maybe we can help prevent the collateral, or at least minimize it.
I'd like to inform you of several things as well. The place I'm taking you is safe only in the sense that guards won't be blaming us for blowing up the mansion there. It is not a place where you can trust anyone, eat any of the food, or say anything without there being repercussions. Additionally, while I'm working with Dryder, or as I'd like to keep pointing out, he and I are working together, I do not at all trust him.
But your goals currently align.
And that's why we're working together. I mean, additionally, there was this supposed prophetic visionary nonsense that somewhere a handmaiden of Lolth would show up bearing a symbol and would act as a beacon and font of life to her people. Turns out our little run with the Keeladron creature was
yes.
left a bit of a mark on me, and, well, I've got a higher purpose again.
What a surprise. So are we to abandon those we've brought with us thus far? Leon, his wife, Magnus, regardless of my distaste for him at times. Are we to leave them behind to die in the rubble?
If Magnus were to survive, I'm certain he would have gotten out. The man is constantly talking, incessantly talking, nearly yammering about how easy it is for him to just teleport willy-nilly through any threat or danger. He'll be fine if he's alive, and I'm sure we'll suffer his effects again soon. As for Leon and his wife, I made a note to ask Dryder if anyone had fled the building or they had found anyone alive in the rubble that wasn't us. They have not yet done that, and I don't know how much time you're willing to spend here looking for them.
I'm willing to spend as much as we need to find some solid answer. I do not go so far with someone and put my life on the line with them to leave them behind without a second thought.
You know what, Corin? I appreciate that entirely, and will support your decision should you make it. How long do you want me to wait before I spring you from prison?
Perhaps we should simply keep an ear out.
If you want to look, you can look, and if you need to get captured, you need to get captured. We can get you back, but I wouldn't want to tarnish your speech just now. But the rest of us are definitely leaving.
Well,
I'm going to have to stay behind for a little while. I need to find them. At least get some confirmation if they're a body or something.
Fair enough. Do you remember the alleyway where I left Steve in the cart and Valerie over there managed to take a chunk out of one of the children in Dryder's employ?
Yes, that was close to the mansion, if I recall.
Not too far away, close enough that I could get there whenever I needed to. Go there and, well, meet us there.
I will. I'll let you know what I find.
She's going to give him a head nod. Anything else from anyone else? Or does anyone else want to stay behind and get captured?
I'm going
7,
with Corin.
no, put your hand down. You're not volunteering. You're not staying.
I'm going with Corin.
You
If
sure?
they are in there, they'll need a doctor. And I might just be able to get us a bit of pull, if it comes down to it.
Well, just be careful what you say and who you say it to. An interrogation is a hell of a thing, and should you jeopardize my shit, I will not be allowed to free you so much as show up and make sure you don't jeopardize anything else. As
Or I
much
can
as
just answer honestly, I still don't know what the hell is going on.
Fair enough then, Doctor. If that's what you'll hide behind, that's what you'll hide behind. Go. We need to bed.
Valerie will pull out the bottle of brandy from her bandolier, call out to the doctor. Once she's got his attention, she'll toss it to him. I want that back, you two.
I'm gonna catch it and toss it back. That was a gift.
She meant, God, you're a dumbass. Valerie's gonna facepalm. She meant since we're splitting ways, she's throwing that at the doctor so he's got some extra booze, but she wants it back whenever they all meet back up.
If you're giving it to the doctor, it's assumed empty in about 4 seconds.
I'm actually gonna pull out the 2 other bottles I have with me.
Yes, but you might be going to prison. You're also looking for potentially dead people.
Alright, fine.
If he doesn't drink it, I will.
Oh, there you go. She'll toss, since it came back to her, she'll say, "Oh, Corin." Toss it to him.
That's the
What?
goddamn spirit. Brilliant. We're going to leave an orc and an alchemist behind to explain how they blew up the mansion, and they're both going to be shit-faced digging through it looking for bodies. Fuck if I'm staying here, yeah!
I mean, if nothing else, I'll come break you out of prison, guys. Even if Vic won't.
Hopefully
be
it
there.
won't come to that. So Corin's going to gesture to Belford to... I'm assuming 2 people can ride a horse?
I would imagine
No.
Only
People
one
sit
can
on the
make
back.
combat actions, but the other one can also be mounted up, yeah.
Awesome.
so. I'm not clinging to you, though, because spikes.
No, that's fair. Just hold on to the
Uh,
saddlebags.
That's fantastic.
They should give you some
yeah.
leverage.
I'm going to need to re-prep Val on base Underdark etiquette and bullshit like that, too.
Alright. So, I'll just do Corin and Belford real quick. The
Yeah,
two of
do
you
them- do them.
spend maybe another 20 minutes before the guards arrive. Like, not just like a small, like, evil little squad. I mean, like, looks like half the entire country's guard is there.
Oh, I wasn't going right to the mansion. That would be retarded.
Oh.
There's no fucking way I was going right to the mansion.
He was being intelligent.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
we were at the mansion, weren't we?
Yeah.
No, I'm leaving the mansion. I'm staying in the city. And we're gonna find out what the fuck happened to them and if they're still alive.
Oh, I thought you were
Okay.
searching the rubble.
Doctor, we're going to be doing some investigating.
Oh. I thought we were searching the rubble.
Are you kidding me? half the country's guard is going to be here within the next half hour. Don't ask me
There
how I
will
know.
Plenty of people to search the rubble in the next half hour.
I can only raise so many. Oh wait, no, never mind. Not what you meant.
We're just going to wait around, see if they find anything, and see if we can get into any official records. Any idea where we should start? You know the Imperium a little better than I do.
Let's see. Were it me, I would be a moron if it were me. If it were me, well, if it were my father, probably check for some kind of paper trail.
Any owls?
It's a different campaign.
Different campaign.
That's a little too slow for my taste. Why don't we see if we can wait? Let's estimate how long they're going to dig through the rubble. We'll come back in a couple of hours and see if it's dispersed yet.
So, the alley then?
No, Leon's house.
Ah, yes. It's just up the road.
All right, you give me directions. I haven't been there before.
It's right over this way.
All right, headed that way to Leon's house.
And I'm gonna knock on the door.
Of
Anyone there? Any guards? Leon's house. Headed to Leon's house.
no one. How long you gonna wait?
I'm knocking on the door.
All right, so it knocks. There's gonna be a pause. How long you gonna wait?
Oh, about 10 seconds, I suppose.
No response.
Nobody's home, it seems.
I'm going to go around and ask some of the people, if there's anyone walking the streets, have you seen the man who lives here? Recently at all?
Oh, there's no one walking the streets. It's like
Is no one walking? How late is it?
midnight, 1 a.m.
Oh, dicks, I'm going to go and pound on the door harder.
Okay.
Wait about
How long you gonna
30
wait
seconds.
until you knock again?
30 seconds to a minute.
All right. So after doing that for a couple, in like 5 minutes, the door's gonna open. You're gonna see like a half-tired, half-elf kind of look at you guys and say, "Can I help you with something?" Yawning.
Do I recognize this half-elf?
Yes, you would. Actually, no, you don't. Belford does.
Hello again.
Ah, Dr. Belford. Oh, what are you doing here this late?
Well, we've, actually, come to inquire about,
Leon Flambard, have you
Yes.
seen him?
Leon, no, I haven't. Why?
There's been a terrible accident at the mansion.
Oh, so that's what the noise was. And then she's gonna pause for a second before being wide-eyed and awake. What happened?
There was an explosion. What is it? Is Varial? That's his name?
Vario, the Phoenix.
Yes, Variel.
Fear Varial
Exploded.
may have met his end.
That's tragic. What can I do to help?
We've been looking. We want to see if we can find where Leon and his wife may have been, as we can only hope they escaped the blast.
Well, if they escaped, they could be in 1 of 3 different places. Variel had houses almost everywhere. They have a place in the waters of Elinari. They say that they have a place in the frozen wastes of Nebraska and a cottage in the hills of Miladrani.
How long ago was the blast? We were knocked unconscious, so we've been out for a while.
The blast was like an hour ago, maybe.
How late do the trams run?
All
If they
night,
headed there,
24/7.
though it's possible if they suspected that they were being targeted in an attack, or at least if Vario was being targeted in an attack, they wouldn't have taken something as public as the trams.
Which of those would you say is the closest to us?
The closest, they're all secluded areas. Like, even I don't know where they are exactly.
Is there anyone who would, besides Virial?
Just Varial and any close family members, and very close servants. I've only served Leon for the past 10 years.
Is
Did
Drovik
Baron-
about?
Brovik, last I've heard of him, he was in the tombs. Oh yeah, and out of character, you guys know that he went to the waters of Illinari before you guys went back to the Imperium.
That said, there is a problem with what you just said. Leon hasn't been in a position where he'd have had a house or people like that for 10 years. Try maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey.
Back up 3 to 4 years.
Okay. Did Varial have any other family besides his daughter?
She starts to think, family, no, Varial's, as far as I know, only child.
Damn.
I don't even think I've ever heard Leon talk about his parents. Talk about Varial's parents.
Then it seems like our best guess is to try to go to the waters of Illinari. If we can find Drovik, then we can both check with Drovik and maybe he can lend us some assistance, as well as the soon-to-be queen and ruler. And
Oh, speaking of that, I did get a mail earlier today.
really,
Oh.
regarding what?
Said wedding, looks like Leon was invited. She's gonna hold out the invitation.
I'll take it.
The invitation says, "You are cordially invited to attend the wedding of Prince Darius and Princess Operal."
Prince Darius.
Are you gonna ask her?
Yeah, Prince Darius.
He is the second in line for the heir of for Illinari. He's quite aggressive, and he's not really the picture perfect person that you would want running a country.
I'm gonna pull.
Excuse my
I'm gonna pull Corin back. I'm gonna whisper in Goblin. The prince, do you think?
Possibility.
Hmm.
We have to go.
Immediately, if possible.
Yes. I'm going to turn back in comment. How late do the trams run?
again 24/7.
Ah, yes, I asked that already. Durr. You should try to find someplace safe. I don't know how safe the Imperium is going to be in the future.
Are you gonna fucking warn everyone?
I would advise you just be cautious and be careful.
Also, she's gonna bow and say, "I'll try and do that, but I'm probably gonna stay here to answer the guards."
Well, be safe.
You as well. She's
I'm gonna
close,
tip my hat.
She's gonna close the door silently.
Let's get to the tram.
Also, if you're gonna read more of the invitation, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be a list of other names that will be attending.
Any names you recognize?
Ryder is definitely on there. No, I'm kidding. What was the name?
I was about to say.
I'm sure you
Oh.
couldn't hear my jaw hit the table, but ow.
I was about to say, what the fat fuck?
Give me a second on this. I'll tell you the exact name that's gonna be on there. But it'll be under the name of... Farnox is going to be the name. That's Farnox is one of the names. Actually, no, never mind. You don't recognize any of them.
I hand it to Belfort. Does he recognize any of them?
I might. I'm from a merchant family.
Um,
That's my hope.
few what you call it? Very well known merchants and other very wealthy folks are being invited.
Oh, they've cast a rather wide net in the mercantile class.
Do you have influence with any of these people you recognize? From your family name?
It's difficult to say. The Belfort conglomerate is large, has a reasonable amount of influence, but I have a bit of a reputation as being, shall we say, bit of a... I'm a failed merchant. Let's just say. I'm a failed merchant. There.
Well, I'm going to reach out, pat Belfort on the shoulder. Oh, don't worry about it. Where we're going, we won't need merchants. Probably, I would assume.
Well, we might. Anyway.
Yes. Let's get going.
All right,
I'm
we're gonna
hop back on the
go.
horse
We're gonna
and
go.
ride to the tram, closest tram station.
We're gonna go straight to Baconia and Val.
Valerie,
Yes.
do you have a minute? You better.
I'm just translating this cipher for you.
Well, what exactly was the key to the cipher?
You speak Undercommon, right?
I do.
There you go. That's the key.
Let me see if he has it. 777 does not. All right, he only has Elven, Infernal, Abyssal, Common, and Draconic. All right, never mind.
So
Gee,
he has
now-
the same language
Now'd
as
be
I
a
do.
good. Yeah, now'd be a good time for the fucking android, huh?
Well, no, because
The android fucking blew up. That's not our fault.
Vic speaks
Relax.
Undercommon, so we're good. Vic just needs to be able to. From my understanding, I'm picking out a few Undercommon letters in the actual journal and writing them down in the order that they appear in the journal, and it's making a page of Undercommon text, which Paconia could then read.
Okay, well, that is not something I can just hand to Seven. So stay back there and keep doing that. But listen up. When was the last time you were in a major prison?
When was the last time you got me arrested?
All right. Well, do you remember what I said last time you ended up in a major prison? What is the first thing you do to make sure you don't get beaten up or fucked with?
Pick the biggest, meanest guy you can and make him your bitch.
Brilliant. But this time we're gonna go for like the third biggest, meanest. Dryder's definitely one of the worst ones down there, and he's in charge. I don't want you making me your bitch publicly. So you're gonna aim for number 3.
That would be me.
I meant besides you. Now, here's the problem. You're not Drow.
No, but, and she'll point to the slave's collar that she's still been wearing all this time. But I'm your property.
Oh, thank goodness you remember the drill. Sometimes I'm so proud of you, dear. All right, that's how that's going to work. Do you remember all of it? Stand off to the side behind me. Don't say anything unless I tell you to. That kind of thing.
Right. Same thing as Lady Jethal, but, without being bored.
But I'll probably
One-
have you kill people.
Well, like I said, without being bored. The only clarification, if someone insults me, that means they're insulting you. That means I get to kill them without asking permission, right?
That means you ask permission immediately, as loudly and as horrifyingly as possible without breaking eye contact from the offender. I get to rub it in their face, and depending on their reaction, you may or may not get to decapitate them, yes.
Well, the loudly and horrifying would be, charging them and swinging a greatsword in their general direction.
There just might be certain circumstances where that's not entirely appropriate, but Generally, yes. With anyone I'm already talking to, no.
Ah, okay.
And if you see the twins, please try not to just jump on them. They're durable little bastards, and whatever you cut off will probably grow back, but
Yes, they are rather difficult to hit. I'll leave them alone as long as they don't piss me off.
that's as much as I'm gonna get out of you. Fantastic, sure.
She'll grin and continue working on the translation.
All right, so you guys head on down.
Yosh.
All right, so when you get on down,
I'm actually gonna head there. I'm going to wedge the wagon in front again.
Hmm.
Take the majorly valuable crap that I have. Leave 6 in the. I have a telepathic with the undead, correct? Watch my shit.
And I'm back. Fucking
Awesome.
internet cut out.
all right, so both of you get down. Val, you're gonna see like, whatchamacallit? Hang on.
I can open that wall with my face.
Anyways, Val, you're gonna get down there. You're gonna see like the dirtiest, most seediest bar you've ever can imagine, and you're gonna see waiters and waitresses walking around serving others. They're clearly slaves. They have collars and chains, and occasionally you'll see a server get stabbed in the chest and immediately fall down, and
They
others
must have got the order wrong.
and like just other people just sitting around, drinking, eating. And as you walk in, first their eyes are gonna go straight to Viconia, then they're gonna follow towards you with like looks of just you like you're a piece of property, like you don't even belong down here.
I'm going to take that as a personal insult and start decapitating people. No, I'm going to
I
going
was so excited.
I am going to take that as a personal insult, and I'm going to grip the greatsword, glare back, with trying to look all intimidating and scurry and stuff.
Rar. Rah.
Most of them aren't discouraged.
Does at least one of them look discouraged?
A few of them just kind of look away.
Less interested than usual, I guess.
Yay, it's a success.
Not even going to look back because I know exactly how she was going to react to this. Going to put a hand up to her to like wait and relax. And then 6 is gonna come in behind the both of us.
No one's even gonna notice the skeleton.
It's not 6.
6 is the spider. The
Oh, yeah,
skeleton
spider,
waiting
okay.
in the cart.
The
But
big
they're not gonna
spider.
care for the spider.
That's fine.
As long
Going
as they
to
know
grab-
it's there.
Going to get the attention of one or another of the slave waiter, waitresses, or whatever.
Hmm.
Order some pretty potent shit. One for me, one for my companion here.
She's gonna bow towards you and then quickly move towards getting your meal or whatever you ordered.
Oh, that's booze. That's definitely booze.
Alright. She'll come
That's
back.
drow booze. That's the good shit. That puts dwarves on their ass. And then I'm going to whistle at the entire room.
They're all gonna look at you again.
Dried her back yet?
They're all gonna point towards the huge curtain that separates the room towards the throne room you entered last time.
I'm gonna give them like a sarcastic mock bow. Turn to Val, snap the fingers, and then start walking towards the curtain. Six is going to edge slightly off to the side of the door and sit down on its back 4 legs like a gigantic undead spider puppy.
Oh, that's adorable.
Should be horrifying. What did I do wrong? Did I neg 1 intimidate?
No, Val will follow slightly behind.
All right, so you get behind the curtain and you will see Ryder's kind of in like old brown military outfit. Some servants are helping him. He's gonna say, "Come in, come in." Caught me at a slightly not good time, but anyways. So, how was the walk? And there's only one of you here. Well, that's excellent.
The other 2 chose to stay behind and see what they could find of our other set, the rifleman and the, I don't know, automaton elf. Ugh.
Well, Leon, I could care less about. He's just another slave to be. As far as his wife goes, I'm thinking more along the lines of torture for the sins of her father.
Well, as much as I like the whole murder down the bloodline thing, I do have a certain stigma against going after a pregnant woman. I'm sure you understand.
The rumors I've heard is that she's already given birth.
Did I just forget that she already popped out a kid? When the fuck did that happen?
I'm not sure you actually ever found out. I don't
You
think it was
never
ever
found out
mentioned to
in
you.
character.
Yeah,
It kind of snuck up on all of us, really.
Yeah, even Leon.
So basically,
That
she
was
was just
an
like,
interesting
I'm
one.
pregnant, and then she just kind of like slowly inflated, and then just
Just suddenly.
her stomach
Sam.
popped, and out came the fucking
Sam.
alien baby.
And then he's gonna say, "Did you know that the Forest Aquila drawn life flourishes there?"
Huh. It wouldn't surprise me if the magic had some sort of effect, but as much as I would like to see if a human baby would be tough enough to survive on its own, I really don't think that's a priority right now. We have bigger things to do, Dryda.
Of course, of course. Oh, do you like the outfit? I have been invited to a wedding, which you'll be helping me attend with.
I thought you were joking.
We are going to be. He probably has an alternate name for that or whatever. We are going to a wedding when we just blew up a mansion of one of the biggest enemies of our people during the old war and have a small army massed under the city, which is now running back and forth all over the place. And we're going to a fuck damn wedding.
See, here's the thing.
Damn.
As I've learned in the war, and as my brother taught me, to win a war, you're gonna need a lot of bodies.
Damn.
You can't supply your own bodies forever.
Well, it helps if you can recycle.
Yes, as your undead companion has shown me. Anyways, so the prince of the waters of Illinari, his name Darius, second heir to the throne. His sister's a little less cooperative with us. Anyway, so
Do I remember anything about the waters of Illinari? Because I know I don't, but does Viconia?
Viconia knows that it's very secluded. Not a whole lot of people travel there.
Wasn't the merfolk from there?
Yep.
Wait. You're suggesting that merfolk, somebody that lives around water, could be from some place called the Waters of Illinari?
Sarcasm.
The hell you say?
I think a creature
I
of
thought it was
even,
too
like-
absurd. I don't even know why I said it. I just wanted to make
Absurd.
sure I had heard that right, because
Clearly they're from the frozen wastes of Norvaska. What are you talking about?
there has to be water in other places, damn it.
Yes, in
Anyways.
the frozen lands of Norvaska. It's
So-
just
Just
ice.
frozen.
So the prince,
Ice, baby.
the prince offered us a
Marrying
deal.
a merfolk princess.
Where did the merfolk prince? Oh yes, the one that was the original first heir. Yeah. Apparently she's been blamed for the murder of her father. Imagine that.
Oh, go figure. A wedding we're on our way to, and there's a bunch of political backstabby bullshit. Where is my drink? Valerie?
Yes.
The servant's already running it is about to rush in, and they say, Lord Ryder, do I have permission to come in? Your two guests here ordered something.
Never mind, Valerie.
Ryder's gonna motion for her to come in. She's gonna rush in and hand you the drinks.
Russian. Is it a white Russian? No, I'm kidding. So she's gonna take a sip of it, and then hand the other one to Val. All right, look.
Servant's gonna rush off.
The groom, this Darius, what species is he?
He's a merfolk, 100%.
Are you sure of that?
I've
Alright,
met
that's
him
fine.
recently.
How well do the merfolk royal families get along with themselves?
Personally, it's rather all about honor and being honorable and having some form of justice. They're very lawful over there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
something must be wrong with this drink.
Trust me,
I
I feel
couldn't.
the same way. You don't have to lie. However, he's
Alright.
offered quite a substantial amount of money, weapons, and quite a large army that he has over there.
Well, I've already had an interaction with a lesser noble of the merfolk race and her fiance. Mostly the fiance. Wouldn't want to piss anyone off by showing up there. Are you sure you don't want me to start doing work in the city? You know, drive the tram into some buildings, blow up
Listen,
a hospital,
that's
raise
what.
everything in the catacombs? Come on.
Listen. That's why we have That's why we have That's why we have useless meat around, like the humans that we can easily convince to do that.
Speaking of which, that little cult that managed to go rogue,
Yes, that's one of the few that we used to use cause our chaos and all that fun stuff.
they were hysterical.
They were, weren't they?
In fact, actually, one of them has switched sides. He's waiting outside for the orc and the doctor to show up.
Well, assuming that they do come.
Yep, assuming they do come, he vaguely understands how to work the door. I doubt he'll be able to get in, but we'll see. I'm sure you have people who can see the entire alleyway, so
Yes.
I just want you to know that they are expected and they're supposed to be with me. Now, when is this wedding, and why aren't we celebrating that we blew up the goddamn Phoenix?
Oh, we're celebrating. Don't you worry. That's what everyone's doing out there.
Well, they seemed as grim as always. I couldn't tell.
Well, we still don't have. We're still not back in the homelands.
You mean everywhere?
Well, in the underground. So this is just a home away from home, as you can see.
All right, so.
So we're gonna first get you a dress. Go look over to your servant. Her as well.
This ought to be good. Fine. How many dresses can you think of that look all right with a greatsword?
I'm sure that our servants can find something.
Val will kind of quirk an eyebrow, but otherwise won't react.
Just make sure whatever you have commissioned is very fine, very fitting of someone of my and her stature, and fit not around us, but us and our armor. I'm not going to any wedding, any large-scale political event where weapons, armor, and a contribution to the war effort are on the line without something that can stop a fucking sword. Neither is my companion.
We'll see what we can do.
All I ask is you try. Now, what about the other things I commissioned from you? Have they been prepared yet? Are they ready?
Of course.
Fantastic. How long before the wedding happens?
We're gonna get ready right now. We're gonna leave in 2, maybe 3 days.
Gonna leave in 3 days. All right. That ought to give them enough time to rot in jail for a couple, and then we can break them out. How many people do you have in the major jails?
How many people we have in the major jails?
How many guards do we have in the major jails? Wardens, particularly, would be nice. Hell, I'll
Here?
settle for a headsman
Are you talking about like in the prison systems or like in here?
in the local specific prison system. If someone were to be arrested at the rubble of the Phoenix's mansion, whichever prison he would end up in.
There's one off the coast before we hit the mist that surrounds this entire island. There's an island that holds all of them. Basically, I don't care. Just think of it like
Alcatraz.
yeah, think of it as Alcatraz. But like, if you were trying to, the only way up is like through a secret entrance, which they're never shown.
Word. Underground Alcatraz. I like it.
Should be easy.
Yeah, well, getting in's got to be easy. It's always out. That's the problem. How many people do we have in there? And is it possible to intercept the orc and the doctor before they get there?
We're gonna have someone on the lookout. Again, it's easy to
All right.
convince a few people to start a nice riot to help.
If
them
you
out.
hear anything about them getting arrested or getting pulled, please contact me as soon as possible. I'd like to be there to rub it in their faces when I save them.
Of course. We'll see what we can do.
And myself and Valerie here are to be staying where exactly?
We have some rooms available. As far as the server goes, we can provide her with you, but I'm pretty sure that would not look good. But we have some servants' quarters that would be fitting of her.
No. This one stays with me directly.
Fair enough, your choice. I'll have one of my personal servants show you the way.
One more question, Dryda.
Of course.
Where is the Goliath?
He's gonna point up.
Oh god.
Gonna look up.
You're gonna
Gonna
see the
look
face
up.
of a spider with the symbol of Loth painted right on it, and it's gonna have like eyes, just all sorts of them, just looking straight at you.
How big is it?
It literally takes up the entire throne room. Its legs, you can literally
It's so
trace.
big we didn't notice it. Holy shit, are those the pillars that you were talking about the first time I talked to him?
Yes.
I was like, oh cool, it's spider themed. He has 8 pillars. Oh cool, it's just a spider.
Oh dear god.
Its face is gonna get close to you, and then in your head, you're gonna hear it say, "It's nice to see the beacon has returned."
She's going to, like, not break eye contact with it, but give it a nice deep bow. Happy
Spider
to be
says,
serving where I can.
Spider's then gonna return back to the darkness and says, "I hope you don't die as quickly as the last one."
Not gonna respond to that.
He's like, okay.
But I'm going to wait for Dryder's servant to show up and take off with Valerie.
Yep.
Sipping at my ridiculous drink.
I'm just gonna down my ridiculous drink because goddamn, that was a big spider.
Oh my god, Corin would die.
Bao is a little bit nervous with that thing sitting over top of her.
Yeah,
Lauren, your,
Corin
hand,
would
your
die.
hair stands on end and you don't know why.
It's on our team.
I get a tingle down the back of my spine.
Well, more specifically, it's
spider
on your
sense
team.
is tingling.
The shudder.
So, the things that I'll just message you. You should probably switch over to the others. I want to see what they're up to.
Yep,
Like, how
we're gonna
long it
switch to them, and after them, we're gonna call it a night.
Word.
Sweet.
What do you guys? So after riding the tram system, where are you guys going?
Elinari.
Yeah.
You're heading straight to Illinois?
Yeah.
You guys
I
full
figured.
bailed on me?
Excellent! Two separate parties. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, we're heading straight over to Elinari. That's our best lead right now. get Drovik a wedding and a possible safe spot for Leon
And company.
and company.
All right, so you guys get to the border.
Don't you know? You know. I'm
What's
sorry.
it like?
And they're gonna stop you for a second, and they're gonna take a quick look at you, and then they're gonna say, "What are your names again?"
Dr. Ephraim Belford of the Belford Conglomerate. And I'm going to
I'm-
give a cheesy smile.
I'm Belford's personal assistant, Corin, and bodyguard.
And head chef.
We don't talk about that unless they ask.
Sorry.
I like it to be a surprise.
I was gonna say, is that what they're calling that now? Then,
Mm.
He's then gonna say, "Where were you guys this fine evening?"
Oh, we were... Let's see. Actually, where were we?
Probably
Hang on.
right.
Out of character, I need to retrace our steps.
How long was the ride?
It was rather quick.
Like hour?
Less than like half an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Where was the warehouses again?
Like on the other side, like near the docks where the sea is. Like other side of the city.
Oh, we were out on the coast.
Very dangerous place to be visiting. What with the skin flayer and his cult running around.
Yes, about that. Yeah, they're really not going to be much of a bother for you anymore.
And why are you guys heading to the Waters Villanaris so early in the morning?
Oh, well, you know, it wasn't originally going to be like this, but I found myself taking a nap earlier, so my sleep schedule is a bit messed up at the moment.
Have you seen either Viconia or Val?
Are they actually asking us that?
Yes.
Yes, we've seen them recently. We were in a mercenary company with them, weren't we, Corin?
Yes, that's right. My recollection.
What was it called? What was it actually called?
The
I
Black
forget.
Door.
The Black Door?
The Black Boar.
The Black,
Black Boar, the
Boar.
Black
Yes,
Boar.
that was it, wasn't it?
Oh, now that I think of it, there's still a bit of money waiting for me regarding that map, isn't there?
I think I picked that up for you.
Ah, yes.
Yes, the Black Boar. That was a little while ago, to my recollection.
That
Both
was an
of you are
adventure.
gonna feel hands on your shoulders,
Wasn't
and
it?
then the guy's gonna say, "I just want to ask you a few other questions, if you have the time."
Oh, not a problem, but I'm going to sort of yawn, stretch. We would like to be getting going at our earliest convenience.
Oh, we'll help you out with your earliest convenience.
Good.
Of your earliest
Sense
Question.
motive. Sense motive as fuck.
I'll try it. Where is that at? Oh. I have twice the sense motive modifier you do.
Oh yay. 2.
Do.
Roll it. Yay.
Corin, you have a very fishy feeling about this.
I just have one question. Is this, I'm pointing to the hand on my shoulder. Is this really necessary?
Compared to option B, this is very necessary.
And option B would happen to be...
Would be shackles.
Under what grounds?
You have been accused of not only burning down that entire building at the docks, but also the destruction of Varial the Phoenix Oros's mansion and killing his entire staff of maids and butlers.
Absurd.
Now, hold on a minute. I'll grant you the things got a bit out of hand at the warehouse. But I have never once entertained the notion. Wait, you actually said the part about the warehouse, didn't you?
Also, you've also been accused of the murder of Varial the Phoenix Oros and his daughter, Allison Oros, along with Second Lieutenant Leon Flambard.
I'm gonna look at Corin.
Leon,
I'm gonna look expectantly at Corin.
oh, expectantly.
Yeah.
So, you have one of two options. Either
Leon
you can peacefully
Flambard.
do this, and maybe we can talk something out. Option B, we shackle you up, throw you in a cage, probably keep you up all night, and then once the wagons come by, put you in them, and bring you to a nice little prison for the rest of your lives until your execution.
Well, in that case, I suppose we're going to talk.
Yes, we can talk so I can prevent you from being executed.
That would be preferable. All right, let's do this.
They're gonna lead you away to a room.
But the idea that we would possibly be capable of killing Varial,
Ah, yes,
that's
and that's
absurd.
what time is it? All right, so for the debate of the evening.
The answer to the which is always more. We want more.
Yes, but it's 3:47. I have to get up at 7.
The
Yeah.
debate, there's no debate.
I've
It's
got
at this
early
point,
mornings
it's stay
as
up.
well.
At this
Alright.
point, it's pretty much stay up. There's
Yeah.
not because
No.
Kill it.
No.
this amount of the amount of sleep you
Four's
get
a
at this point is
good-
actually makes it worse than if you don't get any.
Not for me. 4's a good time to call it.
Well, you're weird.
Yeah,
then,
this
Mu-
is at the point where calling it's nice. Plus, I got everyone within the same country still, so only way is up.
Right, but I'm waiting 3 days, and then when they don't show up, I'm going looking for them in the prison.
Which hopefully we won't be in.
Oh,
We'll
trust
see.
me. Next session, Dry's gonna be like, by the way, I found your friends. They're at the waters of Illinari. Had some of my guys stop them.
Nice.
By the way, I'm so happy I got that can of worms out of the way.
Do you know what my plan was if this went south?
Explode and run.
Go
smoke
east.
bomb.
Actually, my plan was sleight of hand to draw the knife from my wrist sheath, heel check to sever the guard's femoral, and then start throwing bombs.
Oh God,
Wow.
Wow!
that seems a little excessive.
Belfort just got hardcore.
What was he gonna fucking do?
Holy shit!
Belfort said,
I was gonna open his
"Fuck
femoral
the
artery with
hell
my
outta
knife.
y'all." Good lord. I'm so happy. That's amazing.
You know what's bad when the orc is the calm, rational one. It's like, let's talk this out.
Again, that was Plan B.
I didn't have a plan B, so I guess it's good that you did.
Plan B is the fringe benefits of surgical training.
Tasty. I like it.
Yeah. So, we calling it for the night?
That's what it sounds like.
I feel like we may be.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a good session.
Oh yeah! This is definitely where I wanted to stop.